Now what I have here is pulled pork. I had made some the night before and it's been in the refrigerator, and we ate some with the family. Another thing I noticed too, when you're making the tortillas, put the cheese on first. So when you're wrapping it, it's easier. The opening, and I'll show you what I mean, the opening won't be open where the cheese is, so when you heat it up, if you decide you want to heat it up, it won't just melt out. But again, remember, you can be able to eat it cold as well, so if you're eating it cold, it really won't matter. And for this one, I'll put the cheese on last so you can see like what I mean. So I just spread it on. Again, it's optional, or not optional so much, but again, everything's optional because you're making it. But you put in as much as you want to put in. Depends on your family's preference. They don't eat as much meat. Like for the kids, they don't eat as much, so for theirs, I'm going to put a little less. I just want it so that every bite will be good. And again, what you're doing here is kind of replacing those Rev sandwiches. They're not sandwiches, but they're wraps. And basically, it's kind of the same thing like what you're doing here. It's just cheese, meat, wrapped in a tortilla. And the tortilla, you can be able to buy whichever tortilla you want to use. Like, for example, me, like I made it myself. So I know exactly what's in it. So, for this one, I'm going to go ahead and put the cheese on top of it and let you see what I mean. Put a little bit more meat in there. There. When I wrap it up, you can see the cheese is up. So when I microwave it, I kind of want the cheese to be under so that the cheese, when it melts, it's just going to melt on the tortilla and melt on the meat. For example, oops, it's more on the cheese. When it melts, it's going to melt more on the tortilla and melt more with the meat versus going on the bag. If the meat pops out, just pop it right back in. And I'm going to go ahead and just do it the way I said I wanted to do it. So there we go. And again, I got a lot more to make, but I just wanted to give you a quick video showing kind of how you can be able to do it. And then again, like I was saying before, I'm going to show you how because I already have the turkey tortillas already in the refrigerator, and when I get done with everything, I'm going to show you with everything together so you can see what the bundle looked like. I didn't have as much turkey as I thought I did, so I was only able to make around 9 of them. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and serve that for tomorrow. These I'm going to go ahead and freeze. So when my family makes them, they'll pop them in the microwave, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Recommendation, when you heat it up, unwrap it out of the foil, because the high heat will make it shrivel up, and you don't want you're going all these steps, you don't want your family eating plastic. Not cool. Alright, so we've done these. Quick and painless, which is what we're going for. And you can't see it here, but I have my tablet here. If I wasn't doing a video, I would actually be watching something. So it's kind of me time too. 2 birds with 1 stone. I get to cook for my family, and I get to have a little bit of time for myself to see whatever I want to watch on either, YouTube or Netflix or whatnot. So here we go. This is just what I was able to do, but I'm going to have a ton more. We'll be back. I'm now down to my last one. So I'll let you see me wrap that up, and then I'll show you how many I got in total. This is the pork sandwich. Now for the pork, I generally have it where I'm going to put these in the freezer, and everyone's just going to heat these up. And they can be able to add whatever it is they want to it. I have a little bit of meat left, but that's okay. So I'll go ahead, and here are the turkey sandwiches that I have. I took them out of the refrigerator. And this right here, this is what I have the tortillas. That's for the water type stuff is coming from. So I'm going to go ahead and put in here, and I'm going to put it inside of the freezer. So when people want to heat it up, they'll probably do around 1 minute 30 seconds. But again, at your own discretion, it depends on your microwave. It may be faster or slower. So I'll go ahead and put these in. But it's just a quick grab and go for my family. And I'm not sure if you'd like to, if you want to use a Ziploc bag, you're more than welcome, or use anything that you'd like to use. Some people, they could use, I've used a professional wrap. You can use Ziploc bags, or just anything you want to use so you can be able to have it separated out. I like this because it's 3,000 square feet. So that means basically I can make like 3,000 sandwiches, probably a little more, because I don't use a whole foot every time I make something. But here you go. Here are the pork tortillas. Grab and go. They're ready to have it, and I have other stuff in the refrigerator for them to do. You can check out other of my videos where I have other grab and go ideas that you can be able to use for your family. And on behalf of your family, friends, and loved ones, thank you so much for taking the time to make such delicious food and make it so that we can be able to just grab it and go and have something good and healthy for us to be able to eat. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks, and God bless. Another thing I forgot to mention, when you put these inside of the microwave, again, take out the plastic wrap and wrap it inside of a towel. That'll make it so you can keep your tortilla nice and soft. So wrap it in a paper towel. Or what I do when they're frozen, I just get a little bit of water on my hands, and then I just kind of rub it over the tortilla and then pop it in the microwave. That kind of still keeps it soft too. So those are just two ways you can be able to do it. Or you can combine both, put a little bit of water on it, also put it on a paper towel when you heat it up, so that you can have it nice and soft.